Hey YouTube, coming at you with another elderly team, and this one I needed some inspiration because I'm using a lot of like common pairs like you saw like Charizard and Swampert and A9 and Swampert and just and Trevenant and Charizard that I just used in the last video, right? So I needed like some inspiration. So I went to PVPoke. So for those of you who don't know how to PVPoke, if you go up to train, they have a top performers category. So what you do is you put it in Ultra League, and just so it's average performance for individual Pokemon and movesets using the trainer battles in here. So it's sort of a simulation. So it gives you the top ranked Pokemon for Great League, right? Some surprising Gliscor, but like Jellicent, Cobalion, Cresselia, Pidgeot, Registeel, right? Some that you would just expect. And then if you go down to the bottom, they got the same thing. So average performance for teams using the training battle. So it's a simulation. And so you don't need to use these exact teams. It just gives you an idea of pairings, right? So I was just kind of going through the list, and I saw this core a couple times down here. Pidgeot, Cobalion. And someone mentioned like use Cobalion. And like, okay, I'll use it. So Pidgeot Cobalion was there. That's one. Pidgeot Cobalion 2, Pidgeot Cobalion 3, right? So it was multiple times on this list. Cresselia, Jellicent, so like you have a ghost in the back here. What do they say up here to do? Trevenant. So they have 3 ghosts to use. But I decided to go with walrein. So again, Cobalion, Pidgeot core is going to be strong, right? Cobalion's main weakness is going to be like sort of like Swampert, but ghost. Like Trevenant and Jellicent. So Pidgeot will deal with that. So you need a third. And I've been seeing a ton of Pidgeot, Charizards, so like the cores, right? Charizard, Swampert. And I'm like, something that's just well-rounded that deals with all of them is walrein. It does add a double fighting weakness, but again, you'll cover that in the front. And the back to, again, besides being weak to fighting, they otherwise balance each other out, right? Because Cobalion's main weakness will be like Trevenant and Giratina and stuff like that, which walrein will deal with. And then if you do see something that's weak to fighting, it could also be like a Scrafty or Obstagoon that you'll do super well with Cobalion, right? So that was the thought process. The team did okay, right? Whenever I don't love running ABB style teams. So Cobalion, again, you can kind of use both as a safe swap in this scenario. Obviously, against a Regirock, you are going to want to come in with Cobalion. I think Cobalion's fine as a safe swap because even if you see like a Trevenant or Jellicent, you just launch Stone Edges. It's fine. I can show the Focus Blast. I know they have that. I expect maybe a catch soon, and it is a Cress. So again, I'm just going to launch these Stone Edges. It does good chip. Like it's a good... This Pokemon was very, very, very meta for a while. I haven't seen it. I guess it was just my like range I'm in. I haven't seen a ton of them around, which is surprising. But because I think the reason is a lot of people are using, like I said, like the Charizard or Pidgeot, and Swampert / Tapu Fini core, and you're just like, those are 4 Pokemon that you're going to lose to, right? So that's why I think a lot of people are not using it. Again, I still think it has a ton of play in this meta, but maybe that's why you're not seeing it as much right now. Pidgeot is still very strong. It's going to be on how many other teams? I think I got one more Snorlax team, and then the team I'm running with. Pidgeot is on the team I'm running with. Pidgeot Stunfisk, right? So same sort of idea. Instead of Cobalion, you put in Stunfisk. They get the farm down. I think it's just got to sacrifice Cobalion here. And they try and come in with Regirock. I guess they were trying to like, I don't know what they were trying to do there. But either way, here comes the Sacred Sword to the invisible Pokemon. I am now going to catch a move from the Crest that came back in, which you did not see. Caught the Moonblast, so that is great. Farm down. What is in the back? It is the Gliscor, which you did not see, but you just look at the top right, ground flying. So I have a great matchup here. With this, just get off a couple Icicle Spears. Damage is done. I'll live this again. Gliscor, is it a shadow? Who knows? I don't think it is. Not based on the first Night Slash that went through. Plus 2, this will grab the shields, and then I'll have a Stone Edge to nuke here. So Yeah, this game is brutal. I posted a just like I'm so frustrated because I haven't hit legend yet, and I ended up getting a 4-1 set, which should have been a 5-0, but my game just froze completely. I had a Moonblast and it just froze. So that was just frustrating. So Charizard comes in. So Charizard coming in is fine. I'm just gonna Feather Dance just because I feel in my gut that they're gonna shield, and that's just because like they gave up. Why I felt comfortable doing that is I know they gave up Switch, so they're Switch locked, so they can't get out. Plus they know I can get out, so I'm likely to Brave Bird and bail. So that's why I had a fairly, and they haven't thrown anything, and so that's a lot of energy to go down. Still lower the attack times 2, and a Blast Burn still does 50% to a tanky Walrein, which is insane. But the Walrein will get the full farm. Scrafty comes in. We're gonna start launching some Icicle Spears here, just doing chip damage, and this is why Walrein's okay. Like you could take a ton of damage here, and these Icicle Spears still add up, right? So good chip damage coming through here. Thank you for your service. Pidgeot is probably the better one. Although they are going to launch probably a Foul Play and then counter a bunch. And I'm going to put me pretty low because they ramped up a lot. So I may have to try and catch a second Foul Play here. Yeah. So good heads up that I needed to catch the second Foul Play or else I'd be taken out because they ramped up a lot. So that is resisted. Now you're just going to farm. I could take it out here, but I'm just like, let's just farm. They just do a full power play. Tapu comes in, and this is where Stone Edge, like it's bad matchup. This is where Stone Edge helps a lot. It is bothering me. Why is that? I guess that is, I gotta focus. Anyways, sorry. It feels like I did not center this properly. And the bottom feels like very tight on the, maybe I cut it wrong. Anyways. They try to just put their full farm down. Second Stone Edge comes in. Perfect. I can shield this and just probably wing attack down. They probably have multiple surfs though. So let's just Feather Dance. Yeah, because I don't want to take a second surf without lowering their... I can probably take a second surf if you lower their defense and... Oh, they have no defense left. They have no shields left. So that is one way to take it out. Gel doesn't lead. Obviously, this is where it gets tricky. In the sense that I have a great matchup here. And I'm just going to lower their attack because they can only throw surfs and I'm basically kind of forcing them out of here. You need to try and draw out a fighter, right? This team does not work if I just stay in here with Pidgeot. So basically I just lower their attack knowing that they're going to throw multiple surfs. And at this point I will get to like almost 2 Brave Birds before I throw my first one. I don't need to worry about these surfs. Right, this is their third surf, and it's just putting me in the yellow. That's what happens when you lower their attack times 2, right? Basically, at 2 Bree Birds, went over 100 energy there. But I just want to make sure that like I can nuke him. That's gone, and then what comes in next? Talonflame. So this is where did they call my? Oh no, okay. So I did get a good bait there to lower their attack. You cannot get out of that. I know all instincts are like, let's go into Walrein, but you can't right away. You have to just kind of eat it because you cannot get your cobalion as a steal on this. The only problem is you do let them ramp up a little bit. So they got a bit of an attack back, and now they're back to even there. And it's going to take multiple Icicle Spears to take this out. Which I am at 2, so that is good. I expect them to shield because they're pretty loaded with energy, so they'll probably get a shield back. Nope. Okay, so let go. Oh, and it is a Trevenant in the back. So I catch the Seed Bomb. So good. Making some decent plays. Catch a Seed Bomb. I need to get to Stone Edge. I don't need to. But I do need to. Oh, yeah. I remember this matchup. Because they're not in Icicle Spear range. So it's going to take multiple Icicle Spears. What I should do, I let it go thinking that like my win condition is I should throw a move. I did not get to the move. I should have done chip damage, even resisted, because that would have put him with Icicle Spear range. because now I have to shield, and you're going to see one Icicle Spear does not take it out. But had I thrown the Sacred Sword, even if double resisted, would have done enough chip that it would have taken them out, or at least got me to an easy... I do farm them down anyways. I farmed down anyways. But what I should have done is, that would have been easier just to like take them out. So yeah, if you're not going to get to move, you obviously throw the resisted move there. Tapu with the Surf. Tapu is tricky because it gets to pretty quickly. At this one, I'm probably just going to Brave Bird and Bail. Yeah, again, I'm down a shield. So in this scenario, I always just like to let me get the shield back or take you out. Or not take you out, but do a ton of chip damage. Walrein is obviously the better safe swap in this scenario. Going straight Icicle Spear because it will take them out. If I remember, they shield because they're at the Moonblast, which is fine. I don't love that shield. I get it. Like, that's a lot of damage to do. But if you let that go and you come in and just get ahead on Charizard, you're probably in a pretty good situation too. Problem is, they're going to be in a good situation anyways. Good counting there. Good wing attack. They're going to Dragon Claw me to take me out. They're going to have a ton of energy. I cannot come Cobalion. Have to come Pidgeot. But Pidgeot's going to be hit with a Blast Burn here. So, smart heads up play by them. Good farm. I will just lower their attack slash... I assume this will take it out. Yeah. Charizard's pretty glossy and it is a Gliscor in the back. You are not going to beat... and the catch on the Tapu, so that sucks too. Yeah, you're not going to beat a double flyer team with a Cobalion in the back. Weak to Blast Burn and Earthquake here. So this is goodbye. No real shot there. Gliscor is good. I don't have a shadow. I think you need a shadow. Again, you don't need a shadow, but you need a shadow sort of things. Everyone always asks me, like, do you need a shadow? Do you need a shadow? No, but sort of in some of these situations. Like Charizard and Swampert are like two of them, or it's just like, do you need the shadow? No, but like it's so much better. So ideally, if you have it, end up shielding. Yeah, I just felt it in my gut here that they have an Earthquake, or a Superpower would have hurt too, I guess, but I just felt like they had an Earthquake because I run Earthquake on mine, which you will see... whenever I post it, maybe I don't know when I can post this. Maybe tomorrow you'll see it. Yeah, I ran Lick and Body Slam and Earthquake on my Snorlax just because like when you get in those Giratina and Jellicent matchups, like I just want something to throw. So I do grab 2 shields from the Rizian, which is interesting. And I'm going to get another Sacred Sword off. Again, I know these Sacred Swords do chip because it's still taking neutral in this situation. But like, even if it take neutral, that's not a ton. Sacred Sword will take me out. Ooh, a little bit of an undercharge there. So that is a good idea on their part. I feel it's a Stone Edge. It could be Leaf Blade, but it is a do shield and it is a Stone Edge. So that's good. Going for the full farm. I think that's just a double kick or Sacred Sword. No, it is a Stone Edge. So you can live 1 Stone Edge, which is great. Umbreon comes in. Again, let's just do chip damage. And Brave Bird does not even 50% because Umbreon is a tank. Luckily, Walrein is also a tank. So we have 2 tanky Pokemon just throwing moves at each other, and it's going to take like 3 to 4 to take out each of us. But luckily, oh my god, luckily with the Brave Bird already done, they are pretty low that I should be able to take them out with ease. But Umbreon, definitely a strong Pokemon. Go straight Earthquake here because I don't think an Icicle Spear would take it out from this range. So Earthquake does, and farm down for the win. So yeah, the Pidgeot, Cobalion Core, again, I think they cover all of the weaknesses. Double Kick Sacred Sword is a super strong, like ever since it got that combo, it became instant meta. It kind of disappeared with the wing attack buff, right? Because now you have Charizards and Pidgeots and I think that's what happened. I think cobalion was so good in this meta for so long, and then wing attack got a buff, so Charizard, Pidgeot, and Gliscor all shot up, which made this much harder to run, which means Jellicent shot up, and Jellicent got Surf. So Jellicent shot up everywhere, and it's just like 4 Pokemon that became instant meta in the Ultra League kind of killed it. So Pidgeot Cobalion Core is pretty good, but you now need to cover all those other weaknesses that I just mentioned. Yeah, so that is it. Snorlax team coming. Yeah, I assume I'll post this Monday afternoon, and post the Snorlax team Tuesday, and then Wednesday's league turnover. So we'll do top teams for Sunshine Cup, which looks interesting. Like I was just looking at PVPoke rankings. I'll just, now that we're here, Sunshine Cup is, what are the typings? Normal, fire, grass, and ground. So, and you look on PVPoke, the first 4 are normal typings. Pidgeot, Knock the Owl, Double, and Vigoroth. All normal typings at the top, just because normal is just so well-rounded. And flyers on here because ground, there's not a ton of like, there's not like a ton of ground steel. Anyways, the Pidgeot and the Owl are high up there, so could be a very boring meta, but it's also Ultra League next week, so I don't know what I'm going to play yet. Let me know in the comments below what you are going to play, and that is it. So yeah, let's keep it going. Let's hit Legend soon because we are kind of a little close. We got 3 weeks left. I'm always so confident I'll hit it, and I will. I think I will. I got 3 weeks left, plus there's a Go Battle Day, so that's 100 battles there. Yeah, I should hit it because I've hit 12 straight. So let's not break the streak before 13. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.